Okay. Today's Black History person, we got Hattie McDaniel. Hattie McDaniel was an American actress, singer, songwriter, and comedian. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Mammy in Gone with the Wild, becoming the first African American to win an Oscar award. She was born on June 10th, 1893. Sadly, she passed away October 26, 1952, and her spouse was Larry Williams.
So for today's Black History person, I have chose Ida B. Wells. She was born on July 16th, 1862, and is known for being an American journalist, educator, and early leader in the Civil Rights Movement. She was also known as being one of the many founders of the NAACP, or the National Association of Advancement of Colored People. Ida later passed away on March 25th, 1931.
Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new, hey, how you doing? Hey girl, hey, or hey boy, hey, whoever you are. I know the last episode was a little rough, so if you want to hold on to this ride, this one's a little better. A little, not much. But a beautiful struggle is the story of this here family. This is who I got. So before we start, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Click that notification button, ding dong. And let's just get right into it. I didn't seek out to be a single mom. It just kind of happened. You know, I don't know when it happened, but I didn't have any control over it. Those decisions we make in the past really shape who we are as peoples, you know? And I don't know what their struggles are because the way that they're growing up is completely different from how we grew up. You know, I don't have to e-learn or talk to my friends via FaceTime or try to Zoom call anybody. But what are some of the struggles that you guys are going through? Whoever want to go first.
All right, but I guess I go.
He gonna start at any time, y'all. I don't know when, but it's coming. Wait for it.
One of my struggles is, you know, I'm pretty sure it's pretty common, but amongst children or people my age.
How old is you again?
15.
Yes, Lord. 3 more years, but who counting?
Oh,
I'm just saying.
So, I'm pretty sure it's common amongst most children is the parents divorcing.
Why?
It's been ongoing for a little while now. Well, divorce is supposed to be ongoing, you know.
What's the hardest part about it for you?
Pretty sure it speaks for itself.
Well, it doesn't because some children deal with it differently. So, what's the part where you find the most difficult?
Well, I'm not the type to go kill both of the parents.
I would hope not.
Other than that, you already know what it is.
No, what is it? Like, is it the what part? What part?
What do you mean, what part?
What's the part that you struggle with the worst? Is it that we're not living together, or that we're not together, or because we've been divorced for 8 years now?
Well, I'm pretty sure that speaks for itself. You know, come on. A divorce is pretty. If you know what that is, then it should speak for itself.
Okay, well, he doesn't really want to disclose all his feelings, so that's okay. We're gonna move on over to Thea.
Never.
Thea.
No.
Thea.
Stop. I ain't mean.
What's your struggle?
My father.
Okay. What's the struggle with your father?
Communication ain't all that. You know, just bond. The bond is not there no more. It's not there anymore. My bad, y'all.
Anymore? So, what do you think changed between then and now?
What changed between then and now is I never had a say. But now, when I did have something to say, took it and ran with it. So.
What do you mean?
He took it and ran with it when I did have something to say. I wasn't just gonna keep sitting there in silence. It's not right.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit more to that story, but I don't think Zay is comfortable with sharing it.
Nope.
So we'll just keep it as it is. So As we see that the struggle for them is still dealing with us splitting. And obviously it's an unresolved issue. And unfortunately, it's still an unresolved issue. But let's get deeper into how we can make this right and what we can do about this beautiful struggle.
Until then, what? Mom, it's your part. The slide clip, go that way. Wait. Just
Right.
go, yeah.
Right. Hey y'all, welcome to my part. I know you're probably noticing an outfit change, and it's because I have already recorded this, so I had to re-record it because I was being a little petty on my last video. And for the type of person that I am, I'm not petty, not in real life. I don't choose to do revenge or karma. Ultimately, the universe does that. So who am I to take the reins and try to determine what happens when? So anywho's, and then also in that intro, I was sitting entirely too close to the camera and I looked huge. Like I really felt some type of way about it, but we weren't going to re-record it. And another quick sidebar, y'all, my lava lamp died. Like, I am so sad. So now I got to get another one. Ha! But this beautiful struggle that I'm going through, as well as my family. Let me just start off by saying social media will fool everyone into thinking that everyone is living one of their best lives because you get to put your best foot forward. You only post the photos that look good from certain angles, or you only show certain parts of the house that look good enough to be on camera, or just things that you think that other people would like or what you think that they want to see. Don't be deceived by what you're seeing. Now, when a lot of people come into my home, they already put me in a category. Like, it's an idea. Like, wow, you have a really nice home. But baby, when I tell you, I struggle to keep this MF, okay? I do everything I can. I'm a licensed nail technician, hairstylist. I need to take the certification test for personal training. I've really been sitting on it for the last 3 years. But I know how to do a lot of these things because I kind of didn't have a choice. I was thrown into single motherhood, parenting 2 boys by myself. That was not my choice. I was married. I was taking the steps that I thought should be taken in order for me not to be sitting in the position that I am now. But I am. I come in front of the camera, I smile, I try to stay positive, but there are some days when I just don't want to be positive. When I just want to cry in the car, when my boys can't see me, or in the shower. Or I'm scraping up nickels and dimes just to make sure that things are taken care of here because I'm not receiving the type of assistance that I'm supposed to from the other parent. I try to do my part with my kids, and there's only so much that really I can do. This struggle that I'm on, I make it look beautiful. I make it look easy. Yes, this back is strong, but I'm still a woman. I still have wants, needs, and desires, but I can't get to that unless I make sure that those boys are okay. There are so many times when I see posts on Facebook or Instagram and they're talking about how single mothers have so much baggage and you have to worry about babies' fathers and all that other stuff. I take that stuff really seriously. Like, I take it personally because, again, did we choose this? No. Do we really want to struggle with having to deal with these COVID rules and having a hard time working or putting groceries in the house just to feed your kids? No one wants to be put in a position where it feels like that they are helpless. Now, it took me a long time to get to this point to even make this type of video because I don't like my business out there. I'm very private. And I feel some type of way about being vulnerable in front of the camera, but I mean, hell, this is my life. You know, this beautiful struggle of mine is something else that I have to understand that, unfortunately, I'm not going through this alone. Because as you can see, the boys are still having a hard time with this divorce, and we've been divorced for 8 years. it's still a huge impact on them. And unfortunately, I can't remove them from the situation because they're in it. And again, since they live with me, I'm the full-time parent. I always have to pick up the pieces. See, because the other parent is what I call a part-time weekend parent. They only do things that when they want to or when they need to. And you're still stuck always to pick up the pieces. But what happens when the load gets too strong for me? Who do I turn to? Thank God for the support system that I have. And when I say support system, I mean my mother. Because I would not be in this spot if it was not for her. Sitting in this very spot, she showed me a lot of things to do, how to fix things around the house, how to paint, how to do landscape, and all the stuff that I usually put on my Facebook page. I learned that from my mother. This beautiful struggle didn't just start with me. Unfortunately, my father was there in the household, but again, my mother was doing a lot of the things on her own. So it seems like this vicious circle or cycle is just still continuously growing. There's so many mothers who are in the same position that I am, and it's unnecessary. I know a lady that used to watch my children at the daycare when they were younger. Years down the road, she wound up getting married and had a daughter of her own. Her husband lied and said that she was physically abusing her daughter. So then she lost custody of her child and had to have supervised visits, all because of what he said. There was no physical evidence. So even if you're being lied on and your word means absolutely nothing, what can you fall back on? And I had something that happened that was similar to me. I was lied on and said that I was beating on my children. Wow, so now you're trying to say that I'm an unfit mother? Everyone who knows me knows that I am not that type of person. And why are you going through so many lengths to slander my name? I'm tired. I'm tired of having to go to court for you to just be financially responsible for these children that you helped bring into this world. Why are you so unhappy that you have to make our lives so difficult? And it's even to the point, and I know Isaiah probably doesn't want me to say this, but it's probably even to the point where the other parent, that's what I call him, because if I don't have anything nice to say, I just refer to him as the other parent. The other parent treats both of the boys completely and utterly differently. There's a stark difference between the relationship between Quentin and the parent and Isaiah and the parent. And it's nothing that I say because they're old enough. They have their own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. So they go through all that on their own. I don't fill their heads with anything. So I just find it crazy how this has to keep continuing on. But I just want to say for the record and for everyone watching, including you, sir, my ex-husband, I forgive you for everything that you're not sorry for. And it's okay if I never receive an apology, because that's okay. And I also want to tell you congratulations on your engagement. And I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because once you're happy, you will leave me the hell alone and perhaps be responsible for your children. So whenever you see a single mother and you know a single mother going through something, just give her the time to go through it. Ask her if she needs any help, because we won't tell you that we need help. And it has a little bit to do with ego, but a lot to do with pride. You don't want to look a certain way. We don't want anyone to know that how hard it is. But I'm here to tell you it's hard. There's so many fires going on in my life right now that some days I have a hard time focusing. The friends that I talk to on a daily basis, I love y'all to pieces, because without y'all, I don't know how far I would have gotten. So before we pass judgment on someone so quick, or just to try to say that they're not doing their best, or you don't even know the whole story, just sit back and ask. If you have questions, just ask. This was difficult for me to do because I really didn't want to do it, but again, this is my life. There's nothing for me to hide from. I would choose to get anything for my boys over myself. Hell, the last time I actually went shopping for myself it's been a while. It's been a while. So, here's my beautiful struggle. A single mother that does landscaping, painting, remodeling, hair, nails, will work you out, will try to give you any type of sound advice, and you won't ever know how hard it really is. So, until next time, I want y'all to manifest daily.